Okay, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? One second, guys. Hmm. Okay. All right. So, what we gonna do today? So, guys, today, do you remember the service which is everything is ready? You just need to go ahead and then use it. Yes, light sail. Very good. So, light sail is very light, as the name says, right? So there is no theory for the light sail because it's a it's kind of brother of EC2. Okay, so we know in and out of the EC2, right? So this light cell can be easily understood. So directly we'll go to the light cell and we'll talk there. So guys, light cell is very simple. You don't see anything much here. Do you see this? This is the only console of the light cell. Only single page. And also I told you, light cell is very selfish. It doesn't want to integrate with others, guys. So let's say in EC2, if you need to, okay, you create a load balancer and you have a nasty URL, and if you want to give a nice makeup for that, which service do you go? Route 53. But here you don't go to Route 53. Here itself, he provides the Route 53 features. So for monitoring, we go for CloudWatch. But here in Lightsail, for monitoring, it's the Lightsail itself will provide the monitoring. Right? For the storage, we go to EBS, but here it provides here itself. For databases, we go to RDS, but here itself it provides. For networking, we go to VPC, but here, so everything, it doesn't integrate with any of the other service. It is a single stop for everything here. Correct? So this is says like good morning and instances, containers, database, networking, storage, domains, and DNS and snapshot. These are the only options you have it for the light cell. So instance. So in EC2, we call it as EC2 instances, but here we call it as light cell instance. What do we call? Light cell instance. Should we go ahead and create an instance here, guys? How does it look like? Let's go ahead and create it. But do you know, so the main differences between EC2 and here, the main difference between EC2. So EC2, until unless you know technically, can you go and launch an EC2 instance? No. But here, anyone can come and then launch it. So EC2 is for the application for heavy applications and all. But here, The problem with the light sale is it's easy to do, but the thing is you have limitations. So in EC2, you have so much of big, powerful machines. But here, you don't see such a big, powerful machines. You have only till maybe 16 GB RAM because it's a light sale. So who will be using these things? So guys, those who are very new to AWS and they want to set up something really quick, light sale. And it's a very small company. They don't want to spend more money and they want it immediately, light sale. Okay. So let's click on create instance. So here it says North Virginia. So you can change the region and select whichever the regions that you want. We are in Mumbai. Select a region. And it has selected already here AP minus South minus 1A as your availability zone. Pick your instance image. So as EC2 provides the same here also in Lightsail, it provides Linux and Microsoft Windows. If you go for Windows, Windows. If over Linux, and also in the image, I told you either it provides only plain operating system. You can either go and select the plain operating system and you install everything by yourself, or it provides few application on fingertips. So these applications are already installed and configured. These are the most common application used in the market, in the industry. So now you know, guys, do you know WordPress? It's used for setting up small websites, right? And you have LAMP, Node.js, Joomla. It's a content management CMS tool, right? Drupal also same. GitLab, Redmine, Nginx, Ghost, Django, right? So cPanel. So you have so many applications are already here. So simply anyone can come here and select the region. Anyone can select whatever the application that you want, you can select. For now, I'm just going with the WordPress, right? And then come down. Do you remember our launch script, same as user data? If at all you want to add any user data, you can put the user data here. We have the key pair, snapshot. Guys, here, generally snapshot, what is snapshot? The copy of the volume is called snapshot, correct? In EC2. But here, the copy of the entire light cell instance is called the snapshot. Copy of the instance is called snapshots. Okay. And here, instance plan. Guys, in EC2, we had instance type where we used to select T2 micro and you have bigger machines. But whereas here, you need to select the instance plan. So it is like, $3.5, right, per month. It's a price per month, where for $3.5, what you get, you will get 512 MB RAM, 1 CPU, 20 GB hard disk, and 512 GB data transfer. So guys, generally, we used to have we have the free we have the prepaid phone, right? What do? We go and do the prepaid for first for the 2 months, correct? Some 399 or 699 for 86 days. And in that ACT said you have unlimited calls free, and then this much data per day, 1.5 GB free, correct? Same way here also. Same way here also you have the instance plan. So first 3 months, for first 3 months is free for you. These three plans are free. But as I'm using since many years, so it's for me it's not free. So first 3 months free here, select it. Anyhow, so you see this is sort by. So you see you're interested to see the price, and or if you're interested to buy memory, what is the maximum memory that you get here? 32 GB. If you want to see using processing the CPUs, 8 CPUs the maximum. Storage 640 GB maximum you will get it. Data transfer. So price per month. So the maximum that you get it here is for $160, 32 GB RAM. That is the highest instance type or instance plan we have. Everyone understood it? Instance plan. So select the first one and then come down. And here is your instance, identifier instance name. So how many instances that you want to launch, you can launch. This is a key tags. Yes, that's it. Do you see that how easy it is? Select the region, select which applications that you need, select the instance plan, give the name, and then boom, create instance. See, the instance has now is getting created. Same thing, pending, running. Yes, no, the key is I'll show you. So now it is pending. So after some time, it will come. Okay, so it will be running so that we can use it directly now. So let's see. Pending. Yes, I'll show you how to log in. Oh, just now it started running. We need to give some time. And do you see this here? You have three dot symbol, or you have here this, or you can use this connect. If we click on connect, so it just started. We should give some time. So let us come back here. So meanwhile, containers, guys, it is related to the DevOps that your Docker containers. If you want to set up any container services, you can come back. You can come here to deploy the containers. Databases. Databases. Usually we used to go to which service? RDS. And RDS support how many engines? 6 engines. Whereas here it supports only 2 engines. Do you getting the differences between the rest and here? So it supports only 2 engines, that is MySQL and then Postgres. MySQL and Postgres. It's very easy to set it up, right? So select whichever the database engine that you want to have, MySQL or Postgres. Give the login credentials, username and password, and then choose the database plan. Same thing. For $15, you will have 1 GB memory. $15 per month, 1 GB, 40 GB hard disk, and 100 GB data transfer. So this is the maximum is 8 GB only in the in the databases. Okay, getting it? So select which of this is, and here we have standard and high availability. You know very much. You know the difference between what is standard and high availability. Standard meaning you just only one thing. High availability meaning you will have a redundancy for it. Double, right? So select the 15 GB. That's it. Give the database name and hit create database, but don't create a database. Okay, guys. Do you understand how easy to set up a database? Okay. If you want to set up, it's free for you, but for me, it's not free. You just hit to create database. There's nothing rocket science there. Coming to the networking, static IP. So now if you go to instance and you see it is running, and I just simply go and click on connect. Do you see this? Now it got connected. How easy. And if I want to access it, simple. Take this IP address, copy it, and put it here. Do you see this? Mind blown. So this is a WordPress uh, sample website, right? So where we haven't done anything, click on sample. So if at all, so you have the sample page, and if you want, you know how to set up. If you know how to do the WordPress, so you can continue from here. See, right? So in same way, stop, reboot, delete. You have manage. I'll come later, right? So see how simple it is. So now, do you see this IP address we have? What do you think? This is a public IP or this is static or dynamic? This is obviously a dynamic IP. So if you want to have a static IP, simply in the networking, do you see this here? Static IP. So create static IP. To which instance that you want to assign? WordPress. Boom. Same thing. Only 5 IP static IPs. Static IP here meaning same as your EIP, guys. Okay. 5 EIPs are free, and you have to attach it to the EC2 instance if you want to free. Create it. Simple. Okay. So now this IP got changed, and this will not work for me anymore because the IP got changed. So if I use this IP, I should be able to. This is my static IP. Okay. And then a load balancer. You know very well what is the load balancer about. So how many instances we have at the moment? One. If you need to have a load balancer, how many instances that you should have at least two. So if at all you want to set up the load balancer, click on create load balancer. You want HTTP or HTTPS, select it, and then give the load balancer name and then hit enter. But load balancer is not free. They will charge you $18 per month. But how simple it is. There's nothing. Give the name. That's it. Create load balancer. And then we have create distribution. Where did you heard this distribution concept? Excellent, Andres. Siraj, very good. CloudFront. Remember, in CloudFront, we used to create a distribution, no? Same way here. That is used for what? For what? CloudFront. CloudFront used for what? Yeah, low latency. What is the correct name? What is the word that we use? Caching purpose, correct? So for caching purpose, we use it. So here, click on create distribution. Do you see this? An origin. Which one is your origin? Origin is your Mumbai, and your WordPress is the origin. And then caching behavior. So presets, there are already few defined are there. Best for WordPress, best for dynamic content, best for static. So which one you want? So whichever is best for the WordPress, apply it. Simple. And what is the price here, guys? 50 GB per month, first year free. That meaning if you are starting accessing your website throughout the world, the website, it is free 50 GB the data transfer. After that, per GB it is 0.09 USD. Simple. Select it, give the name, and then hit create distribution. Guys, how easy it is setting up the distribution. Understood on the networking part? Hmm? Getting it? This is looking very simple for us because we know EC2, right? That's a reason. So in the storage section, we have bucket and disk. Where do we create the bucket? In which service? Generally, we used to create a bucket S3. But you don't need to go to S3. Here itself, you can click on create bucket. In which region you select and how much size, what is the storage plan, how much size that you need, 5 GB, 100 GB, 250 GB. That's the maximum you'll get. And for 5 GB, only $1. So give some name and hit create bucket. You can store the data there. And disk, create disk. So create disk meaning it's an additional disk only, guys. Yes or no? So how much size that you need? So maximum you will get 16 terabyte. This is a good point here. So maximum size you can have is 16 terabyte, but for 1 GB, for 16 GB, it is 1.60 USD per month. So if right, so how much ever you want. So it is 0.10 USD per GB. Select it, give the name, and then hit enter. So you can attach this disk to that EC2 that Lightsail instance. See, coming to domain and DNS. So generally, wow, it is coming here. Oh, okay, nice. So guys, in Route 53, what do we do with the routes? Route 53 is the coming service where we talk about. There we'll go and set up domains. So I already have a domain purchased, and that is reflecting over here, riazawstrainer.com. So guys, now you have this URL, this IP address. And if you want to take this out and then just put something.riazawstrainer.com, can you put it? Yes. If you have a domain, so you can start creating the zone under it, and then uh, uh, what should I do? So DNS zone is nothing but your Riaz AWS trainer.com. Inside that, you need to go and create a record. Do you remember once we have the nasty URL for the load balancer? So the record we do the mapping, correct? Routing, correct. So from Riaz from the nasty URL, we should be pointing it to the nice domain name. What domain name we have? We have it already here. Just imagine it is google.com. So you can have images.google.com, right? Maps.google.com, right? And then games.google.com. Like this, I have the main domain here. And once you create the DNS zone inside that, you can start routing to based on, you can create a records and start routing it. But end to end, we'll talk it in Route 53. So this was not coming here since 1 month before. So you can register domain and start creating. So you know to go to Route 53. So you can register a new domain here and create a DNS zone and start creating a records. So that instead of IP addresses and the nasty URLs, if you create a load balancer, if you create a load balancer here also in Lightsail, guys, if you create a load balancer here also in Lightsail, you get a nasty URL. So if you want to do the nice makeup, come here. You must have the registered domain and create a mapping. But the same thing, we'll do it in Route 53. Snapshots. The backup of the instance is called the snapshot. So guys, do you all understood how easy it is? Easy, no? Easy peasy. Hmm. So coming to the instances, so if you, these are all the overall, this is the overall options here. So let's go to here and click on manage. Let's go instance level. If you click on manage, you have connect. So you can connect using the SSH. And then there's something key someone is asking, right? Do a download default key. You see this here? SSH key. Download the key, right? This is to connect. So I showed you how to connect. Metrics, you know, need to go to CloudWatch. Here itself, you can see the metrics. Do you see this? it went from 14 to 0.6%. The CPU, you can create alarms here itself. You can see the CPU utilization. Snapshot, you can take the snapshot of this Lightsail instance. Automatic snapshot disable, just matter of selecting it. I understand, but it will don't do that. Or create snapshot. Manual. Storage, you have /dev/xvda. /dev/xvda. So what is that xvda? What is this device? What is this path reminds you? Yes, it's a root volume. Right? It's a root volume. So if at all you want to have an additional volume, just click on create disk. Same thing you will get. How much size it? Give the name and click on create disk. Networking. Right? So do you see in the networking, we have the public IP, static IP, and you also have a private IP. Guys, why no one asked me, sir, how did it got connected automatically? So guys, you have the firewall also, same as security group here. So SSH is open on port 32 on anywhere. That's the reason why I'm able to connect. I'm able to access also because port 8 is also open to everyone. So you can edit it, delete it, add it. It's just same like our security groups. This is for IPv6, if at all you started using it. This is for IPv4. Domains. We don't have any domains for this. No, nothing else. So guys, these are the only things that you have it on the Lightsail. Everyone understood? Any questions on Lightsail? No, IPv4 still we can use IPv4. Any questions, Titi? Yes, that part, Siraj, let's talk it in Route 53. So that for that we need to talk a lot. So park that question until Route 53. Any other questions? Easy, no? Lightsail, guys? Okay. So I just go ahead and then delete it. Yes, delete. And then in networking, we have the static IP, delete it. So the task for you here would be just go and try to create one instance with that free in that first 3 months plan free is there, no? Select that instance plan and just have a feel of how to go ahead and create it. That's it. I don't recommend to go and because there's nothing much here. So you can directly go ahead and hit whichever you want. Okay. It's simple Lightsail. So if you don't have any questions, so I would like to move to the next thing. Yeah, we still have a lot of time. So guys, we have learned EC2 and Lightsail. There is also another service which is used for easy and quick deployment of our applications. What is that? Super. Beanstack. Guys, I told you not to call Beanstack as EBS because EBS represent what? EBS represents volumes, block storage. So if someone asks this question, if you say EBS, he will see top to bottom, which is which is the service is used to easy and quick deployment of application, and you say EBS, and he'll say, "Wow, sir, please exit it that site." Right? Not good. That's the reason I said don't say EBS, call it as Beanstalk. Okay. So should we go and learn little bit? Beanstalk is also very easy. So should we go and learn little bit on not little bit, the complete on Beanstalk, the theory part? Yes? Ready? Should I give you 5 minutes for you to tweak your brain? No need. Okay, just 2 minutes then. Okay, hold on. 1 minute is fine. Huh? Just break. Nowadays it's too cold, no? At least in Hyderabad it's too cold. Yeah, I think in north side it's. How about in Bangalore? Yeah, I was there in Bangalore some 6, 7, 10, 10, 8 years back. I heard the Bangalore climate got changed. Wow, 12 degrees. Huh? When I was in, oh, Siraj, you're from Nellore. Huh? Yeah. Okay, nice. Where did you completed your college, your graduation? Okay, Kavali, fine. So when I was in Finland, right? When I was in Finland, I was, when I was there, it was minus 25. Minus 25. It was literally snowing, and yeah, Monica, like that only. My situation was like that only. We had, I think, a Black Sea there, if I remember. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes we need to have some like little bit personal discussion also. Huh? Okay. I hope sugar patients didn't left thinking that we are talking bullshit. Huh? Okay. Holidays, I'll talk more. I'll let you know maybe tomorrow. Hmm? Very good. Okay. So let's come back. So I purposefully gave that break. Okay. So now let us talk about elastic beanstalk. What is this elastic beanstalk is used for, guys? What is the single line answer that we have learned? Elastic beanstalk is used for easy and quick deploy, quick deployment of applications. Correct? Elastic beanstalk is used for easy and quick deployment of applications. Elastic beanstalk is used for easy and quick deployment of applications. How? How we do easy and quick deployment using this Beanstalk. And do you remember Beanstalk is a platform as a service, correct? It's a platform service where where we deal with we deal with the application and then data, correct? In platform service, we deal with application and then data. So, okay, let me take a real time here. So I have a client, I have a person. Let's say, for example, who is this guy? So I'll take Andre, Andres. Okay. So because I have a friend with a name called, I call him Andre. He's from Romania. So yeah. Okay, Andre. Nice. So let's say, for example, this guy Andre has his some application and data with him, right? And the application is developed in any kind of language that can be take your Java or .NET or Python, etc. Okay, so he might be having a zip file with him, correct? So now come to AWS and says that, hey, I have a zip file, so I need to go and set up my application. Guys, can you tell me what are the two ways which services you can go and set up the applications? There are two ways, right? One is EC2, correct? You can go and set it up in EC2, and another one is with the Beanstalk, correct? Is there any other service that we can go and set up the applications? No. So the mainly EC2 and Beanstalk. EC2 is like you have to go and cook it by yourself, prepare everything by yourself, and then eat it. But here in Beanstalk, its entire platform is ready. So whatever that you have in your hands, the zip file, the code, you just give that code to the Beanstalk and it will deploy everything for you and then simply use it. So EC2, we know how to deal with it. In Beanstalk, guys, you no need to do anything. You just need to give the configurations. What do you need to give? You need to give only the configurations. You need to give the configurations. You need to provide configurations. What is the backbone of Beanstalk, guys? Backbone of Beanstalk is EC2 only, no? So what is so easy Beanstalk? I told you once you provide this zip file, once you provide this zip file, this Beanstalk will go and launch the EC2 instances in the backend, and then the zip file that you have provided, Beanstalk will go and deploy onto the EC2 instances. And we also learned, do we have control on that EC2 instances? Yes, we do have. We have the control on that EC2 instance. But is it good that you control those EC2 instances which is launched by Beanstalk? No. Let them do it. So if the Beanstalk wants to launch the EC2 instances, can Beanstalk go and then simply without anything can the EC2 instance get launched? No. We need to give the configurations, right? Remember the templates. So what are the information that we need to provide? We need to provide VPC details, correct? By launching the EC2, we need to provide AMI. We need to provide whether you want auto scaling group or not, whether you want ELB load balance or not, security group we need to provide, pair you need to provide, tags you need to provide, right? And here extra, which platform you need to select, you need to provide that, select the platform. So, okay, what are the platforms that is provided? Okay, so let me write here. This is Elastic main, right? So what are the platforms that is provided? If I remember platforms, it provides Tomcat, it provides Node.js, uh, Python, Go, uh, and then you have Docker platforms. So, guys, there are many. When we go to do the practicals, we see what are the platforms still supports. So, let's say, for example, you have a Java application, for example. Which is the platform that you need to select here in order to run the Java application? Tomcat, correct? So, guys, those kind of configurations you need to provide it to the Beanstack. So, guys, you need to select which AMI. That if you select a Tomcat, the platform automatic AMI will be selected because that AMI is handled by Beanstack. So you just need to tell, hey, you need auto scaling group, or you do want to create load balancer. Everything will be done by the Beanstack. You don't need to do anything manual. All the thing that you need to give is give the configuration, give the input what you want. So Beanstack will go and do his job. So basically, we have two types of deployment modes. What do we call? Two types of deployment modes. Deployment modes, or we call it as preset. We call it as preset. So first one preset is, we call it as single EC2 instance. That meaning, if you select single EC2 instance preset, what will happen? One single EC2 instance will get launched. Whatever the application you have provided, that zip file will be deployed here on the EC2 instance, and then the URL will be ready for you to access it. That is single EC2 instance. Deployed, so deployed on single EC2 instance. If you select the preset called single EC2 instance. And you have another preset called high availability. So if you are selecting the high availability preset, that's the reason you need to give the details of auto scaling group or load balancer. Because for setting up load balancer, you need to have all these things, no? While setting up high availability, you need to have a load balancer, you need to have applications, correct? You need to have the EC2 instances, correct? So this is our ALB, whichever, so we use the ALB only here. Okay, you can use anything, but mostly 99% is application. So we go with the ALB, and we have the application inside it. Correct. So if you need the auto scaling group, yes, just mention whether you need auto scaling group or not. If you have auto scaling group will get created. So everything that it get created is automatic. You don't need to do anything manual. Do you hear me? Nothing manual. So this high availability is good for production environment, correct? It's good for production environment, right? Single EC2 instance, if you want to go for, you know the difference between what will happen with the single EC2 instance and what will happen with the high availability. So you have a good, so is there any failover if you have any single EC2 instance? No. So if at all you want to use it. But generally we use it for your dev or QA environments. But production, definitely need to have a high availability. Apart from these two presets, we have another one called custom preset. Custom preset meaning, guys, everything our own. So if you go to single EC2 instance or high availability, which is provided by the Beanstack, it will create its own security groups also, guys. But if you don't want to do that, and if you want to select the VPC that we have created, select the security group that we have created, select the key pair that we have created, select the subnets we have created, everything, whatever we have created, our own stuff. If you select any of those, that will fall under custom preset. So mainly we have single EC2 instance, high availability, custom presets. Is understood? And also it uses on demand or spot instances also, if at all. Guys, which one would you use? we use on demand. But if you want to go with the spot instances, you can go with the spot, but we go with the on demand. Guys, do you understand till here? What the overall Beanstack, what it has and what we do. Beanstack is all about configurations, City. All about configurations. What you need, you just give the information to Beanstack and then hit enter. Everything will be done. Is it clear till here, everyone? Smooth as butter, slowly. Everything will be launching the EC2 instance, but we are not launching the EC2 instance. The configurations we are selecting by our own. But here, if you go for single EC2 instance and high availability, it might not select VPC, or it will create its new secret group. It might not create key pair. But if you want everything to be use our stuff, then it will be custom preset. Prakash. Guys, is this clear till here? Should I go to the next thing? The architecture. Until this 142 members say I don't move. Are you clear, CC? Your fingers are paining to press 2 letters, CC? No, no? Okay, thank you. So now let's go. Okay, so let us see the architecture of Beanstack. How does the Beanstack, what is a Beanstack, Elastic Beanstack architecture? So guys, in Beanstack, the first thing you go to the Beanstack console, the first thing that you need to go ahead and create is the application. What is that? Application. So guys, application meaning don't think that our application, that Java application, no. Application is just a holder for us, just give the name. I would say this is just a holder. It will ask, I didn't like name, but it will ask create application. So once you click on create application, give some name. Let's say, for example, can I give the name called HR application? Yes, I can give. So once you create an application, inside that, it will ask to create environments. What we need to create? Environments, or in our language, we call environment. So application has environment. Environment. In this environment, we need to, so it will go and launch the EC2 instance. Based on the preset that you have selected, it will go and launch. If you have selected the single EC2 instance, yes, it will go and launch the single EC2 instance, and then it will deploy your application here. If you have selected single EC2 instance preset, it will launch single EC2 instance. If you have selected high availability preset, it will launch load balancer with the multiple EC2 instances. So once this application is deployed perfectly, properly, then how to access it? This environment will give the environment URL. And we need to access this environment URL. Understood? So guys, can we create multiple environments in a single application? Answer is yes. So now this is a HR application. Can I call this the first application is related to this application, this environment is related to salary application, and then this is related to the admin module, correct? The whole is related to HR application, but the actual application will be inside your environment. So the deployment will be happening inside the environment. Like this, you can create multiple environments related to the same application. Is it clear? So this is single instance deployment. Single instance deployment preset. So here you have one environment. One environment. If you have only one environment contains only one EC2 instance, correct? Like this, you can have multiple environments, correct, guys? Yes. So this is a single instance preset. So we also learned another preset, no? What is that? High availability preset, correct? Same thing. If you create an application, and inside it, what does the application contains? Today, what do we create inside the application? What do we create? Environment. Write down, everyone. Under the application, what do we create? Environment we create. Environment. So inside this environment, as we are going with a high availability preset, then the load balancer will come inside it, correct? So load balancer will come. Here, your EC2 instances will come automatically. Deployments happen here automatically. Make sense? Inside this application will be there. So we have the load balancer. Yes. So does it have auto scaling group also if required? Yes. If required, you can have auto scaling group also. This is, and this also has environment URL. Yes. How to access that URL then? You have the environment URL. So like this, can you have multiple environments? Yes, you can have. As I don't have space, I'm putting only 2. Like this, you can have it. So this is called HA deployment. High availability deployment preset. Clear, understood? How does the Elastic Beanstalk architecture is? So if you go to Elastic Beanstalk, the first thing what you create is application. Inside that you create the environment, and then inside the environment you deploy the application. You don't need to deploy, you just need to give the zip file. The application that you have developed, you provide that zip file to him, and then Beanstalk will go and set up everything and then give back the URL to you. That URL is nothing but environment URL. And that environment is the nasty environment URL is the nasty URL. And if you want to do the makeup, Route 53 is the option. City, understood? Everyone clear till here? So now let's say I have this application here. Now I want, guys, version 2 should be deployed onto this application, onto this EC2 instances. So guys, generally developer will give latest versions, right? Version 1, version 2, version 3 like this. So now I have a version 2 application in my hand, the latest zip file. Latest.zip file, which is version 2. Latest version 2. So how do we do it? Will you go ahead and log into the EC2 instances and then update the application to version 2 one by one? Will you do it? No. We should not be doing it manually. We should be giving it to Beanstalk to do the deployment. So for that, we have something called deployment options. We have deployment options. So the latest zip file, you have an option in the Beanstalk to deploy new one. So once you click on deploy, so guys, for that, you have few things here. Few things. There is something called a few deployment options are there. We call it as all at once. What is the meaning of all at once? If you select policy called all at once while deploying the latest one, for all the EC2 instances will be what? Will be deployed at once. So you have a downtime. Yes, you will have a downtime there. If you select all at once. So latest version 2, the zip file will be deployed on all the EC2 instances at the same time. That is all at once. So if you don't want if you don't like that, and then if you want something called rolling, if you go with the rolling, guys, batch by batch, one by one. Or if you mention the size 2 by 2 or 3 by 3, so first two you mention that you take the batch size as 2. So first two EC2 instance will be taken down. It will be updated. Meanwhile, the next two, the rest of the EC2 instance will be available for you. Correct, guys? To take the traffic. Yes or no? You're getting me? So you no need to do anything. You just need to select all at once, rolling, or and we have something a rolling with additional batches. So additional batches meaning it will not directly hit your EC2 instances for the latest version, guys. It will try to hit. It will create a new EC2 instance and it will deploy over there. If it is working fine, then only it will go and take downtime of your existing EC2 instances. That is the difference between rolling and rolling with additional batches. Rolling meaning with what, City guys? Rolling meaning what? Directly go and hitting the EC. It will take the downtime of the first EC2 instance. It will hit, it will deploy, and then take the next one. It will deploy, take the next one, it will deploy. Rolling with batches. But rolling with additional batches meaning it will not touch the three EC2 instances. It will launch a new EC2 instance and the new latest version will deploy it here. And then once that is properly done, then it will go and hit the existing one. Yes, for this extra cost will be available, will be there. Okay. But for all at once and rolling, there will be an extra cost. Okay. So here I write downtime, no extra cost. Okay. Maybe easy for you to understand. Rolling. So here also, here no downtime, no extra cost. Correct? So batches here also, guys, no downtime and extra cost. Extra cost meaning new EC2 instance will be launched. Correct? And then we have something called immutable. Immutable. Immutable meaning here also no downtime and extra cost. Okay. So guys, if you give me a minute, so I'll just show you. Okay. So guys, I'm putting in full screen. Let me know if you see my screen. Can you see my screen in full screen, guys? Okay. So this is all at once. I'm just putting it in graphical mode, 0. See here. So let's say you have 4 EC2 instances with version 1. All at once meaning what? All will be taken down. All will be updated to version 2. Right? Agree? So this has downtime? Yes, it has downtime. Any extra cost? No. Next one is rolling. If you take rolling, let's say you have 4 EC2 instances. So I'll take the first two size, bucket size. Then first two will be taken down and that two will be updated. Next two will be taken down and next two will be updated. Do you see this? There is any extra cost? No. Correct? And then there is no downtime also. and then rolling with additional batches. You have 4 EC2 instances, and I'm launching 2 new EC2 instances with version 2. Am I touching the existing one? No. Then once the first two will be taken down, first two will be updated, next two will be taken down, next two will be updated, and finally the newly launched EC2 instance will get terminated. This is rolling with additional batches. And then immutable. Immutable meaning, let's say you have auto scaling group with you. It will not touch the current auto scaling group. It will create a temporary auto scaling group. And then it will launch new EC2 instance in the temporary auto scaling group. Once those new EC2 instances are perfectly deployed, your application, so that will be moved to the existing current auto scaling group. And the temporary auto scaling group will get terminated. See, these are all the things you know to do nothing. It's just matter of selecting which deployment method that you need. And you should know how the deployment method is going on in the backend. Understood? So based on the requirement, you need to select which model it is. Everyone understood now? So I just moved to, I hate going to the PPTs, but I just wanted to show the graphical mode there. Right? So there is a new thing came up, which is called traffic splitting. Traffic splitting. Yeah, whatever. So the name itself is says you can split the traffic to the multiple EC2 instances and then take the downtime. I mean deploy the applications. That's a new one. Guys, is this clear till here, everyone? So generally, these are all the Beanstack provided deployment options. And all this will go and hit your existing environment, correct or not? Guys, all this will go and hit your existing environments directly. But experienced people, what they do is, including me, if I want to update version 2, I'm not gonna use this AWS Beanstack provided deployment methods. Right? I'm not gonna use this method. I will be using our own style, experienced stuff method that we call it as blue-green deployment. What is that called? Blue-green deployment model. So what is this blue-green deployment model? How do we use it? We'll see tomorrow. Okay. Let's not boil your brain. We'll go slowly. Yes, we can, Siraj. Okay, guys. Take the screenshots. And the second one. There is a question, who will support us if you need help with practicals? Practicals, I'm peeling the banana, I'm putting it in your mouth, slowly doing one by one practicals. So you do it. If you have any questions, ask me. Otherwise, you have a WhatsApp group, people will help you. Generally, what I see is, guys, for all the groups, how do they do is, they will connect offline by themselves. So if you guys are interested, you can connect by yourself, because many people might have completed the practicals. You can take the help, or you can ask if you have any, if you get stuck anywhere, you can put that screenshot in the WhatsApp group, someone will reply, or you can ask me here, I will be helping you. Okay. If I delete an IAM user without allocated resources, if I deleted IAM user without allocated resource, then we'll get the precise. I didn't understand the question, but IAM, as Andre said, IAM is free. He'll not be charged. Okay. And every day I'm saying na mujhe anything on EC2 in EC2, right? IAM is free. If you're talking about IAM, is in EC2, which is free, which is not free, you know, right? Initially, configure minimum 2, desired 4, and maximum 6. After some time, there is no traffic. The desired will decrease to 3 or 4 automated in ESG. Have you not completed the practical auto-scaling group practical, Srinivas? Yes or no? Then it didn't decreased? Then it will, no? Obviously. Sir, after updating user data and EC2 instance, I'm unable to access it using private IP. Can someone answer that? Raj is asking, after updating user data in EC2 instance, I'm unable to access it using private IP. Can someone answer us? Yes, to test it itself. So Raju, how many times we learned? Will you able to access the IP address using the private IP? Which IP address you should use? Public only, no. Then why are you using private? So private IP is only, when do we use private IP? Within the VPC. So, and yeah, Raju is saying public also I tried. You should, it's not try, you should use public only, and it says firewall issue. Check the security groups, port 8 is open or not. And if you're using your laptop, your office laptop, check your VPN is off. Yeah. In deployment method, rolling method, if the version 2 deployment is failed or giving error, how it is handled on that time? It will roll back. Prakash. Can we get PPT document each topic wise other than daily insert? It will have more. Yes, I agree. You explain more in class, but if also you can get a document of yours. I'm sending it now. Guys, did you got the EC material still now? Come on. Have we, hold on. Haven't you got EC2 material? Previous materials? Up to EC2 you got now? That's thing. Now send an email. I'll send you light sail and then beanstalk. Okay. Who is the Spock? Sirisha only, no? Okay. Sirisha, send me the email. I'll send. So guys, I'm not going to send all the material at one shot for sure. That is not good for your health. So topic by topic, I'll be sending it. Good. Guys, can you get the final CC for today? Guys, I'm telling you, please complete the practicals. So tomorrow we'll see the beanstalk practicals. Again, the beanstalk will be in your bag. So that is the only thing that you should be doing it. Please complete the practicals. Great. That is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next stuff. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.